Hey everyone, Justin and Jason here. Last week we got back from the 2017 AIMExpo that was held in Columbus, Ohio this year, and a lot of our dealers have been calling in and asking, well, how did it go? Can you give us a quick recap? So we wanted to film this quick video, let you know a little bit of the ins and outs. When we look at these shows, we kind of look at three different sections. First section would be the quality of exhibitors and the actual trade show itself. We look at the education and the educational seminars, the quality of the educational seminars. And then the third thing would be the quantity of dealers that showed up. So why don't we start off with the exhibitors and the actual trade show part. What were you thinking about that?
Sure. So for anybody who's not familiar with the show, it caters mostly towards the big four, the motorcycle dealers. This was actually Harley's first year to show up, and they showed up in grand fashion. I mean, there was a lot of product out there from all the major OEMs, Yamaha, Honda, Kawasaki, Suzuki, Harley-Davidson, like we mentioned. Product-wise, there was a lot of stuff out there. A lot of cool new unveils that they were doing. Slingshot had their vehicle out there. And there were some other weird, quirky vehicles like the I-Tank, the three-wheel or four-wheel electric scooter motorcycle hybrid thing. So there's some stuff to see for sure.
And there's also financiers and insurers and lots of accessories. So I would say that the Expo, the exhibitors, was a good turnout. I would say that compared to previous AIMExpos, and even for those of you that are going back to the dealer expo back in the day, it was a pretty good turnout. They had good staffing there, good quality. There were a lot of OEMs. I know Jason mentioned a lot of them. There was also there was UTVs, ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, scooters, dirt bikes, pocket bikes. So there was a good showing for that.
Right. It wasn't just motorcycles. It was power sports orientated. So like you said, there was ATVs, gasoline, electric. There was tons of variations and a ton of stuff that you guys either don't sell or you may be selling here in the near future. So it definitely would have been interesting for a lot of guys who I know didn't show up to this year. Maybe beneficial to go next year, which is going to be in Las Vegas for the first time.
Yep. So when we look at the show, I would say that the actual exhibit was a solid exhibit. The reason that I believe that these shows are so important are the educational sessions. I think that those are really the true meat and potatoes of these shows, where dealers far and wide, doesn't matter if you're a small mom and pop shop with one employee, or if you're a top 4 dealer in the country with 50 to 100 employees. They do a great job. Powersports Business did most of the seminars this year, and they did a great job of focusing these seminars on anyone in the powersports industry.
Really, yeah. So it really was all inclusive. It doesn't matter, as you mentioned. I was sitting into some of the seminars with what I would consider maybe a top 10 type of dealership from the Northeast in New Hampshire, who had 4 or 5 different locations, millions and millions of dollars in revenue. Just one of the powerhouse in the Northeast. And directly next to them was a smaller organization from Nevada, who more of the mom and pop type place, selling mostly the used motorcycles. Nothing brand new as far as the OEMs, but again, the same room, they were talking about the same subject, so it was all beneficial to everybody there.
And to give you just some specific examples, some of the sessions that I sat in on was how to differentiate between ownership roles and general manager roles. A lot of companies in the powersports industry kind of struggle with that, or really just don't know, well, as an owner, what should I be doing? What should I be pushing off onto the managers, whether it's a general manager or a service manager? Odes, the GM from Odes was there and did a session on online advertising and search engine optimization. And gave a lot of really specific examples of what their dealers are doing that increased their sales by 700% and increased the number of leads 27 times for a couple of the dealers by just making a couple changes on the website and stuff like that. So they gave very actionable examples there. And then there was just some great discussions about management of the dealership, how to increase your profitability. I know, Jason, you sat in on a session where they talked about very specific things in like new sales and used sales and service center and stuff like that.
Yeah, they really broke it down into 5 different areas, and they keyed in on a couple things that you can do, simple improvements that really a lot of people may be missing out on, that's easy to implement, but those are different areas that everybody asks me about all the time. Service center, F&I, financing. What do I do with my used versus my new sales? I mean, it was all inclusive. They broke it down into different areas that really, they're actionable. They're things that you guys can go out and do, and it's not going to take a lot of money or really even a time commitment. You just have to put these things in place and do them. And we're going to be sharing a lot of this too. It's probably worth mentioning on our dealer summit, because I know there's a lot of guys who weren't there to actually be in these rooms with us. But we're going to get back to you guys. We're going to go over some of those topics and a lot more. But really just want to reiterate how everything that they talked about there, even though it was most guys are perceiving it's for the OEMs and the motorcycle guys, it's across everybody in the power sport industry. So personally, the one thing that was really lacking, I don't know about your room, Justin, but mine, was the amount of dealers on sort of on the smaller dealer side like we have in our network, in our family. So maybe just talk about what you think as far as the show in your room, who was really there. I mean, in mine, I did have the big mom and pop guys at some of the bigger places like that in New Hampshire. But overall, didn't really see too many of what I would consider, the smaller places that we really think are going to be the forefront of the industry going forward, especially on the used, really the Chinese movement in general, the Taiwanese. Didn't see a big showing.
Yeah, so we really, here at Bintelli, we believe that the future of the power sports industry is you. If you're watching this video, we believe that you are the future and companies like you are the future. And it was kind of disappointing to see how few of these type of companies attended this show. And I don't know if it was maybe the show didn't reach out to those style of dealerships, and maybe you didn't even know about it, or maybe the show just didn't seem attractive to you for whatever reason. But the quantity was really lacking. I would probably say it was the smallest turnout of actual dealerships that I've ever seen at one of these shows, and that's disappointing because the educational seminars were fantastic. I think that they were the best educational seminars that were hosted in years of doing shows like this. And I know that not even a motorcycle dealer, but a power sports dealer and really a business owner as a whole, anyone in our industry that would have sat in one of these sessions would have left with actionable situations to make more money and to have happier customers and employees. And that's what all of these sessions were based upon.
Right, and that's what it's all about. So when you have these big four guys in there, you have a Honda guy making all these millions of dollars a year in revenue. He's sitting in these seminars, he's picking the brains of these consultants, and they have the same issues you guys do with the service center. How do I make it more profitable? How do I handle the financing, all these subprime lenders? Who's out there? Who's available? What's working for you guys? Those are the topics that we were covering in there. So again, it's applicable to everybody, and I would have liked to seen a lot more of, let's call it the grassroots or the Chinese power sports side of the industry they're representing. So maybe that's something that the AIMExpo should do going forward, is try to attract you guys in, but at the same time, give us some pointers and some input on what we can do to potentially recruit you guys in there and get you there. Obviously, with power sports business, we're in cahoots with them. We have a good connection with them. So let us know what we can do. We can relay the information and potentially get you there next year, because it would be extremely beneficial for a vast majority of you. I think everyone would get something from it.
Yeah, and if you're watching this video and you didn't attend this expo, I would like for you to, I beg you to please reach out to us and let us know why you didn't attend. Whether it's you didn't know about it, whether you didn't feel like it was going to be beneficial for you, but it's a very inexpensive show to go to. So let us know so we could, as Jason said, pass that on to Power Sports Business, to the AIMExpo, and help them, because obviously these shows are going to be gone if it's not for the dealers showing up. We need dealers to show up. The OEMs need dealers. All the expo exhibitors need dealers, and honestly, I really think that the dealers need these shows because it gives you a chance to get away from the dealership for a couple of days, to bring the, Jackson always says, rising tide floats all boats.
Floats all boats, that's right.
We want to get those tides up, and everyone, all of us as OEMs, learned stuff at this show. Every dealer walked away with actual stuff, and as Jason said, we will share some of the stuff at the dealer summit in January, so if you have not signed up, make sure you sign up. While you didn't get to go to this show and learn some stuff there, you will get to learn a lot of stuff at the summit, and we'll pass on a lot of that knowledge to you. So we do have a couple more rooms left if you're still undecided about coming. I implore you to come. So reach out to us. Let us know why you didn't come. We will pass that information on. As Jason said, next year they're moving it to Las Vegas, so even more of an incentive to go. Come party in Las Vegas, learn stuff that will make you more money and make your customers and employees happy.
Right, so it was in Columbus this year. The turnout, as we said, on the dealer side was fairly lackluster overall. Las Vegas is a destination place, so maybe you guys would just go there over Columbus, Ohio. Not sure, but point being, if you're going to go, if you think that there's anything you can take from it, which you should, you really should go. That's really, I behoove you to at least look into it, do some research. Obviously, we went. You guys trust us. You asked us for our feedback. We're trying to give it to you here, very candidly. You guys are the lifeblood of the industry. So you should invest in yourselves, invest in the education, because really it's fun to go out there and see some of these new products. But really the most beneficial thing is rubbing shoulders with all the dealers, the consultants of the industry. Take advantage of the resources that they're giving you. Put yourself in a better position. Let's just all make more money this year. Let's keep growing the industry.
Sure. So reach out to us. Let us know. We look forward to hearing from you. and keep those crew signups coming. We got a couple rooms left, so we'll definitely be booking up at the end of this month. So hopefully that was beneficial. If you want any specifics, let us know. Reach out to Jason, myself, and we will give you some more info. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
See you next time.